Are Washington opponents trying to tell the defense exactly what they're doing wrong? Let's find out in this video. Hey everybody, this is Greg here, and welcome to the Washington Football Maniacs YouTube channel. This channel is dedicated to the Washington Commanders. We are fans here, and win, lose, or draw, we are fans for life. If you're down with that, please consider subscribing to this channel. With that said, this video here, we're talking about the defense. Now, one of the receivers from the New York Giants came out after the game and was talking about the Washington Commanders defense, and basically was like, what is it with the defense, and why is it that you're able to make adjustments? And the thing is that basically the opponents are saying this. The opponents are saying the defense is basically playing man the entire game. And just in this day and age of the game is very difficult. You have to be a top-notch. I mean, you have to have like elite players in every single position in order to be able to play man for the entire game. And this is basically what Jack Del Rio does with his defense. He puts the secondary in man, and then wants to have his front four be the main rushers every single time. And if you notice, the defense doesn't really blitz a whole lot. So what opponents usually do is they make their adjustments. They make their adjustments so that they can beat man coverage. And when Jack Del Rio refuses to make his adjustments to where they're going to play a little bit more zone to try to counteract those adjustments and maybe blitz a little bit more, he refuses. He stays within his game plan. And, you know, it's like the square peg round hole thing. And this is one thing that I've always kind of have been harping about in a lot of our videos here, is that I feel like there's never any halftime adjustments. You know, not really enough, or either the adjustments come a little too late. And, you know, opponents are basically coming out and telling the Washington Commanders, this is what you're doing wrong. You know, you're not good enough to stay in man coverage the entire game. You're going to have to switch it up if you want to beat us. And this is what I'm finding, because if you notice in the second half of games, the defense starts to wear down, and you start to get these big chunk plays. And it happened, of course, against the Giants, but of course the Giants had some big chunk plays in the first half that put them on top. And just, you know, as the game progressed, the defense started wearing down a little bit more as well, even though they had those 9 sacks. So it really does make you think that there's something about it. You know, there's a flaw in the philosophy of Jack Del Rio's defense. And, you know, you want to make the case of, well, you know, Jack Del Rio has been so successful in the past. How is it that suddenly he doesn't know how to coach defenses? Well, you know, I mean, look at Joe Gibbs. When he came back in the mid-2000s, everybody screamed the game has passed him by, because he wanted to bring back his old offense, you know, the run-centric offense, the counter tray here, left, right, um, drop back pass on third down, and it just really wasn't working. So he had to bring in Al Saunders, who helped him to kind of develop a little bit more of a modernistic approach to his offense because he knew that he needed help. And at least Gibbs was one that he understood, okay, things are not working. I need someone to come in and help me. Whereas, some of these other coaches like Jack Del Rio, he's probably not going to be the type of guy who is going to admit that what he's doing is not working. Which is weird because last year it seemed like it did work. The Commanders were, they were top 5, top 10 in a lot of categories. But this year, they're bottom of the barrel, especially when it comes to points allowed. And honestly, that is the only, when it comes to defense, that's the only stat that really I care about is how many points that the defense is allowing, because that is ultimately what's going to probably wind up losing you football games. Folks, if you agree with this, if you disagree, let me know in the comments section. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, give it a share, give me a comment, and subscribe to this channel, please. And when you do, make sure you hit that notification bell. And with that said, I will see you in the next one. Take care, folks. Have a great day, and hell to the Washington Commanders.